Hello, hello, welcome back to God Imprint. You're probably wondering why is she saying welcome back? Well, you have to watch the first video to understand why I say welcome back. My name is Joy Kitanga Dabo, and I have my co-host here. His name is Shukran, and we are here to share today about women and this month. You know, it's Awareness Friday Day where we celebrate and we also bring awareness of issues affecting women around the world, health and issues. Today, we are talking about women, just women in general, nothing particular, nothing precise, nothing of, uh, of, uh, of help or anything. I'm just going to share with you some of the women that have made an impact in my life. All right, this is going to be version two. Our song intro is by Jacqueline Carr, You Will Win. And I love that song. I love Jacqueline Carr song, You Will Win. It's basically saying that anything attached to you we win. Anything. Because sometimes the enemy come up against us. Sometimes he comes. Is this a version two? All right, baby. There we go again. The sleep is coming and working again. Yeah. Okay, you don't want to be in this one. Okay, mommy will take it off. All right, sure. Want to say hi? Is that what it is? Okay. Yeah, say hi. Yeah, you want to say hi too? Yeah, say hi. Say, this is my mommy. Are you going to say that? Are you going to say, this is my mommy and I love her and she's the best mommy? Yeah, we're celebrating Women's Day. You want to tell me something? Yeah? Do you want to share something about your mom? What do you want to tell everybody about your mom? So, this is my co host today for Awareness Friday, where we're talking about health issues that affect women and families, and also just in general about issues that affect women. And today is March. We're celebrating in March. It's International Women's Month history, and we're just. I want to highlight today for you women who have impacted and who have shown so much love and encouragement, or who have just been phenomenal women throughout history, with their role as women in history. So yes, look, you're so curious. You're so curious. Where is Tata Gloria? You want to say hi to Tia Gloria? You want to highlight? Okay. Should we shout out? Shout out to Tia. Hi, Tia. We're gonna shout out to Tia. Tia is his tata, is auntie. We're gonna shout out to Tata Lee. Shout out to what? Who else are we gonna shout out? Okay, let's give him a shout out. Shout out to Auntie Maloa. Yep. Hadassah. Yes. We're gonna give a shout out to Auntie Odette. We're gonna give a shout out to Auntie Junie. Cambo Junie. Yes, Cambo Junie. We're gonna say hello and shout out to all these phenomenal, wonderful women. Yeah, in our life. We're gonna send a shout out to Auntie Mimi. Grandma, yes, we're gonna give shout out to all these wonderful, wonderful people. Yes, there are. He's sending his shout out to all these women that are phenomenal in our life. Our grandma, our aunties, our tatas, and uncles' wives. All of them, we love you and we say thank you for as we are celebrating women this month, and we just wanted to recognize and we're gonna celebrate. Oh, you forgot somebody. You forgot to call the name of somebody. Who's the person you forgot to call? Gloria! You forgot to call Gloria. A shout out to Big Sister Gloria. Joshua said, Big Sister Gloria, shout out to you. She is my daughter, 4 years old, a phenomenal, phenomenal young lady who is just who is just a best big sister. Y'all, let me tell you, if I can choose big sisters, nothing to say about my big sisters, but if I could choose big sisters, I'll choose my daughter. She is the best big sister. I'm highlighting her as one of the women in my life who just have shown so much impact and phenomenal in what she does as a big sister, as a daughter. She's my first one, and I'm just grateful for her. She helps. At the age of 2, she was already willing to do dishes, to do all this great work. Yes, I'm talking about big sister Gloria. Yes. Oh, it makes you sleepy to talk about her? Oh my goodness. Don't tell her that. Let's not tell her that. Let's not tell her that. Yeah. Anyway, so yes, Gloria, our big sister, we love her. We love what she does around our house. She just brings so much joy, so much passion, so much work. Yesterday, y'all, let me tell you, yesterday. Okay, this is the mama thing that is going on. I don't know if it goes on at your house, but it happens sometimes in my house. When I'm cleaning up and I'm seeing papers all over the house, and I'm just cleaning up the house. So I was cleaning up the house, and one of her paper that she was drawing was fell and was crumbled and had some and got wet. So here I am, mommy doing what mommy does, which is cleaning around the house. And as finished cleaning, I put everything that was dirty and wet and paper and trash, and I put it there. Ooh, my heart broke yesterday. As my daughter came from school, found her paper, took it out, and she go, Mommy, why did you throw my paper away? This is my drawing that I did. Why did you throw it? Oh, I had to explain to my baby girl why I threw the paper away. And even after explaining to her, it didn't cut it. So I had to apologize over and over. Well, she was brave enough and she was beautiful soul that she is. She went to get another paper and crayons and began to color again. And she drew a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful art. And I, God bless her soul. And I almost felt like an ostrich. So I wanted to hide and put my head under the ground after that because I was like, yeah, it's her art, it's her paper, it's hers. I should have asked if she still needed or wanted, and not just carry on cleaning. What did I learn from that? I learned from that we all have our personal long art in our life, things that we do we love that maybe others may never get to appreciate with the length and passion that we do. It doesn't matter what you are doing, what you decide to do. Others may never see it as exciting as you do, but don't let that discourage you. Why I say that? Because my daughter, even after finding her paper and after I apologized, listen, in life we may never even get people to apologize to us for the wrong they have done to us. Or maybe they didn't even know that they did that wrong. And they're probably living their life happy and don't even know. But we are to forgive and move on. Create a new craft. Take another paper, like my daughter did. Take another paper and create a new design, create a new art, create a new project. It doesn't matter anymore. Move on, take on a new project. So that's the wisdom from a little girl that I learned yesterday. It doesn't matter, mommy, anymore. You've messed it up. I hear you. You apologize. I'm just gonna create a new art, and that's what she did. Yes. What are you gonna talk? What do you want to say about that? Yeah. You want to say something? Hmm? My other person in my life who have impacted is my mom. My mom, of course, you not of course. You have said you may said it is a cliche. Of course, mother impacted daughters, but not everybody have a relationship with their mothers. I didn't grow up having a relationship with my mom. My mom was a mom, yeah, so she was the mom. And in our home, in our house, we had so many people coming in and out, in and out. But never did I think about, she was a mother to everybody. Okay. I was daddy's girl, and as daddy's girl, I basically would do. I can be qualified as a tomboy. With my mom, one thing that she will always say is make sure if I don't stay there around to go in the kitchen to work in the kitchen, oh, shoot, make sure I get them pot. Mm-mm-mm. Them pot, I have to scrub. I'll be the girl who scrub them pot to make sure that they're clean and spotless because she was picky about her pots. You don't mess with that woman's pot. Woo! They were shiny. They were shiny even after burning. Like nowadays, we're like me. I'm like, oh, it burned. Oh man, I gotta get rid of it. No, 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 no. My mom will be like, George, scrub it, and she would know all the ingredient, the element, or the material used in order to scrub pot. One thing I got from my mom was her passion for health ministry. She really, really loved working in the ministry of with women, where she worked at the clinic with with what is this the mid as a midwife. She worked as a midwife, and as a midwife, hey, as a midwife, she saw many babies coming into this world. She did it so well. She loved it, and she's enjoying it. And I think that's where I got my love for health ministry. And I'm right now I'm a respiratory therapist, and I work there as a healthcare provider. So that was my mom. She passed when I was 17, and she was always ready. My mom was always ready to welcome with hospitality. She was ready to work. She was ready to impact. She was ready to speak. She was ready. Never would you find a dull moment with her. She was very dynamic. And my dad, my late dad, he passed as well. He will say that you got that energy and dynamic from my mom, and that's who she was. I learned hospitality from her, to be hospitable, to share space, to share kindness, to love others unconditionally. Because our home used to have so many people coming over, and it was just it was phenomenal, crazy, phenomenal, crazy, beautiful in all kind of ways. And I will remember Christmas. Christmas time in the Congo is not the same as here, the gift and everything. But Christmas was a celebration where we are invited to make our own dish. We were invited to make our favorite dish, and my parents will go to the city. I grew up in a village, so they will go to the city and they will purchase all the ingredients necessary, and they say, everybody choose what they want to cook. So those who wanted to do bakery, they would do bakery. Those who wanted to do what is this buffet, or I mean, they wanted to do whatever food or kind you want to create, they will create that space. So that's my other woman that I want to celebrate today, and I want to highlight closer. That's closer to me. It's my mother and my baby girl, daughter Gloria. Now, the historical figure and the women who have basically impacted our world. I have so many that I can highlight, but few of them that I prepare for today. Yes, baby. Mhm. Don't. Sorry. Did I bubble you? Did I bubble you? Oh, did I push you? Yeah, this is my day today. This is my day today. My boy. Oh, okay, okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, Papa. You're gonna sleep. Gonna take a good nap today. Okay? There you go. It's afternoon here, so this is his nap time, and he decided that he wanted to hang out with me, but and then it's like, mommy, it's not working. So let me highlight for you one woman that I just admire and I love her work. That will be Maya Angelou. For those who have been here on this platform, will know that I speak a lot about Maya Angelou and his work. Yeah, yeah. Not a good position. Look, okay, you want to go and look in the camera again? Very good. Okay. Look, look. Okay. Should we end here? Is that what you're saying? Mommy, end? All right, y'all. We're gonna call it here. So the third, the last woman, I'll just highlight and get out of the way for him because I gotta go. I had to stop earlier on the camera so we can go feed. And I think right now it's more of it's nap time, and I want to sleep. And you're talking, and I want a quiet time. So this is a mother. This is a woman's life, and I think I couldn't be any perfect timing to demonstrate the life that us women we are working. And if you are a mother, you are a single mom, you are a woman who is desiring to have children, you know, God be with all of us. God be with all of us because it is a challenge. It is some work we put in. It is definitely a reward. It is definitely an enjoyable work, and I will not trade it anything. Being here to share about women that are impacted my life is something that I'm doing as a side, and I enjoy it, and I love to do it, and I love to see God imprint to grow, to make impact in the life of other women. But also this right here, that's my life. That's what I do outside. That's what I do when the camera is off. When the camera is not on, this is what I gotta do. This is what I'm created for. So I'm excited that I can even come up here with him, even if he's fussing, he's crying, and I'm turning like this, and it's like it's not perfect, but it's okay. It's okay because you are having a snip and a peek into my life and into my journey as a mom, as a woman. And I am just honored and thankful that God has called me to this space and to this ministry. Maya Angelou, I love her work as a poet. As a she's written several books, and also she was a television host. She spoke with different places. She was born April 4th. Oh, did you see that? Maybe that's why I love my Angela. April 4th is actually one of my son, my other son. This is my third child. So my second son was born on April 4th. But Maya Angelou was born April 4th, 1928, and died May 28, 2014. So I love her work. She has impacted me in so many ways with her words and her teaching and the way that she holds herself. One of the quote that I love by her says this: if someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Believe them the first time. When they show you who they are, the character of a person, that's just who they are. And then she also say, if you are always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be. So don't try to be always normal. Try, challenge yourself as a woman. Challenge yourself. What like one of my pastors that I listen, I follow says that, today try what other cuisine you can try to cook today. What other steaks, the form of steaks you can make, what other way you can make fufu, what other ways that you can do it. Because you know what? Don't try to be normal all the time. You'll never know how amazing you are. And as a woman, I want to tell you, you are amazing. You are amazing in all the ways that God have created a phenomenal human being. Listen, y'all, this has been great. We usually host the Awareness Friday every first Friday of the month, and we will bring awareness of an issue or health issue or any issues that affect women around the world, and we look at it in also in the context of biblical context. So for me right now, if I can share a biblical woman in the historical that also affected me, one of the women, I love to talk about Hagar, and I love to talk about Samaritan women. Oh my goodness, those two are phenomenal women to me. Their story, what I love so much about their story is that they teach us about how we can draw closer to God despite our shortcomings, despite where we are in our journey, whether we're Christian, whether we're not. that we can approach the throne of grace. We can approach God. We can speak with God. And that's what I love about their story. There's so much to pull out from their story. There's so much to learn from them. The Samaritan woman, the one that was called a prostitute, was the first evangelist who went out into the back to her community where she was an outcast, where she was rejected, where she was thrown out, where she was called prostitute. Yet God, when she encountered Jesus, her life changed and she was able to go back to her community and share about the love of God. So that's what we do with Awareness Friday. Awareness Friday is we do bring awareness, talk about all those issues and health problems that affect women, and not only physically their body, but actually affected them in the way they do their work as care provider in their home or as ministers. One way or another, those issues affect women, and uh, and we want to highlight them, and we want to also share some tips on how to be in those community or how to be as a woman in whatever areas of your life that we are highlighting. So I'm excited about that. Excited about how this platform is impacting because we've heard so many good things about how those stories and what we share on Awareness Friday help others and just inform and educate the community. It's usually it's usually first Friday of every month at 1 o'clock p.m. I started out the video and I put it, I was set up and I was ready to start with my co host today. And he decided, I'm not having this because my tummy and a little bit of cold to start talking. So we had to cut. You'll see the video. I didn't delete the video. I left it there. You'll see the video, and the video will tell you basically why this is called part two, because there was a part one where I started a video and I had to cut it because I had to go feed him. Life of a mother, life of a woman in this instance. So I am excited that you decided to come and hang out with me on this platform today on God Imprint, where we teach, inspire, and encourage women and families to seek God and pray. One thing I want to share with you before I get off of the platform is that we are hosting right now a Bible study. If you are interested and you want to grow in your prayer journey, come on over, go over on www.godimprint.com and look for the flyer that talks about the Bible study. And I am teaching on the 10 women who use prayer as a way, as a tool to change their world. And you will see, oh my goodness, it has been a most rewarding and powerful experience I've had in my journey of teaching and sharing God's word. Go over to www.godimprint.com, and what we're doing is we're learning about women who are biblical women, the women in the Bible who actually change their world through prayer. And what God is calling me is to empower women who wants to learn, how can I pray by myself? I don't know if you ever got to a place. Have you ever been at the place where you go like, I don't know how to pray, or you feel shy, or you go like, maybe, prayer, you just wait for Sunday when you go to church to pray. Well, with this ministry that we started, or you even can join the Praying Women 365 here on Facebook. It's a group, it's a private group that we started as a place where women can come and share their prayer concerns, their praise, and we lift them all as a group. We lift each other up in prayer, and also we learn about prayer. If you are at the place where it's like, yes, I don't know. I can't say that I'm confident or feel comfortable to pray in public or can pray for others. I just want a quiet and settled prayer by myself, in a dark place. I'm just covered up and don't ask me to pray. And he's like, but I would love to learn. I would love to learn about the subject of prayer. I'm very interested. Well, go over on gotimprint.com and hit that flyer right there that There's information on how to register to come. It is free. It is free. It's not charging. So I'm not charging anybody to learn how to pray, or I'm not charging anybody on how to grow and develop strategies about on prayer. So we would love to have you. And if you know a sister or a cousin or somebody who's like, oh, they will really enjoy this. And even probably your plan is to become an intercessor prayer. You say like, oh my goodness, I known about prayer, but I want to level up. I want to go to the next level, which is intercessor. It's not easy. I've tried one time, when I was invited to go do intercessory prayer. Man, those people who are watchmen. I've met one person who was a watchman, and it is phenomenal. It is a phenomenal, beautiful experience, but it takes courage to be an intercessor. Um, and and you can say, well, Joe, intercessory can be just, me right now, like what you do on the platform, you pray. Yes, but there are also what they call the watchmen, those who intercede in the late night, in the midnight hour. Ooh, imagine giving up your sleep so that you can pray for some people or for others, or giving up your sleep because God is calling you to pray for somebody. Those are the kind of things that we're tackling and learning. How did women do these things? So if you are very interested and say, I would like to learn more about how women in the Bible change their world through prayer, and because I want to change my world, I want to change my world, then go over again on godimprints.com and share and join us on this journey of prayer and growing. All right, somebody's sleeping. Was my voice soothing enough to just sleep? I hope that was just okay. All right. But yes, so that's what we're doing. We're celebrating women today, and the issue that I wanna I wanted to highlight today is basically these women who have impacted my life, and how today I say thank you where I am today because of what I have learned through these women. I shared a quote by Maya Angelou, and I wanted to share again. It says this: if someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Believe them the first time. Sometimes we women, what we do is we have these senses that God gave us, and the moment you can sense that this person is danger to you, this person is not a good company, but we like to just cover it and we like to justify. And last month in February, we actually talk about teen dating violence and how 25% or 35% of young girls are actually find find themselves in unhealthy relationship. Yet the Maya Angelou say this: if the first time the person shows who they are, believe them. Believe them. Don't justify. Don't justify. I remember I was in a relationship where I just knew that this was not good for me. This was not. And I tried to justify, and Christian women that are there. When you get to that place, you're like, oh, I'll pray them out. I'll pray the devil out of them. Or you trying to justify, oh no, I'll just bring them to church. Or you be like, oh no, we'll be going to Bible study together. Don't hurt yourself. Maya Angelou says, if someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time, not the second time. Let's try to get out of that habit of justifying bad behavior, of justifying violence, of justifying wrongdoing to us, and keep on taking it days after days after days after days. No, you are chosen. You are beautiful. God fearfully and wonderfully made you in his image. Yes, it took to put Adams to sleep and break his rib and pull you out. Yes, it took all that. But before that, God says, let us make men in our image, humankind, both female and male. So he created you fearfully and wonderfully made. You have a voice. So use that voice. Speak when you see, like Maya Angelou says, the first time. Just let us as women begin to learn to listen to our guts, to our intuition, to the gift that God has given us as women. We have the gift to know. "Mm, that is the wrong way. These people are not the people to hang out with. That's not the business that I want." And I believe if we learn to lead our community in that way, we will make such an impact in our world when we begin to listen to our intuition, to our God feelings, to our God given feelings that God has put in us, that we are so sensitive enough to know when danger is around, to smell danger. Have you ever had one of those mama, you know you got trouble somewhere, right? You got yourself in trouble somewhere. You have not even reached home yet. Mm, she knows all about it. If you had that kind of mama, just share with us and say, yeah, raise your hand and lift your hand and say, yes, I had that kind of mama. A mama who knew I was in trouble before I reached my house. Those kind of women who are so sensitive, who knows and can smell problems way ahead before even we can reach home. You have that sensitivity as well. You have that ability to identify those wrong relationship way before it starts. And then I want to end with this on Maya Angelou. She said this: a wise woman wishes to be no one's enemy. A wise woman wishes to be no one's enemy. A wise woman refuses to be anyone's victim. Think about that for a minute. As you celebrate Women's Month, History Month this month, you are worth celebrating. How are you celebrating yourself? How are you telling your story? How are you writing your story? Maybe you're wondering and you go like, you've been beat down, you've been neglected, you've had so much challenges in your life, and you are at that point where you're just like, Joy, there's no hope for me. I tried this, it doesn't work. I tried that, it doesn't work. Probably God doesn't care. No, God cares. Now you care. Care about what you're going through. Refuse. I love how she said, wishes not to be no wishes to be no one's enemy. Nobody wishes to be somebody's enemy. I don't wake up and say, oh, I want to be that person's enemy. Or you don't wake up and say, oh, I want to be that person's enemy. No, you don't do that. You don't, no, nobody wishes. And then she says, a wise woman refuse to be anyone's victim. Refuse, my darling. Don't accept it. Don't accept the abuse. Don't accept the violence. Don't, if you can change them, great for you. Change the environment, change it, put them praise on, put them high heels on, and just make it a working place. There you go. Just do it like that and say, you know what? I gotta turn this thing around. I love the choice of word there. Wishing and the word refuse. To wish and to refuse. To wish, it means that it's coming from me. Oh, maybe I'm going after, this is something I'm going after. Intentionality. Refusing is like you putting like a form of protection. You put a form of protection, and that's what Maya Angelou says. Refuse to be somebody's victim, because God did not create. 2 Timothy 1:6 says, 7, and says, I didn't create you. God did not create you with a spirit of fear or timidity, but a spirit of power and of sound mind. The spirit of power, love, and sound mind. He gave you dominion. That not victim. He didn't create you to become a victim. He didn't create you to become somebody's pool. No, lead, take ownership of your voice. Take ownership. One of the things that I love about the prayer study that we are doing is that God is allowing me to empower other women to have their voice in the prayer room. When you're praying, is that I didn't like praying in public. I shared this earlier. I didn't like praying in public. And the reason I didn't like praying in public is because I was all about me. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna sound? How is this? Is this gonna work? Because actually nobody we really don't know. People say we don't know how prayer works. Mm-mm. What kind of prayer are you making? That's the question I'm gonna ask. Because if you know and you read James 5 and you were part of the prayer Bible study that we've started, you will know that prayer is powerful and effective. So if prayer is powerful and effective, we're going to go to bed soon. If prayer is powerful and effective, then use your voice, speak up, pray on, and you will see the change will take place. Prayer is powerful and effective. As women, let us use our voice. Whether you've been silenced, whether you've been denied access, one thing that no one, I like this quote, nobody, that's actually mine, okay? I'm just thinking, the Holy Spirit just dropped that one. Nobody, they can take your things away, they can take your money away, but your voice, even when people try to silence us, even when society tried to silence us, our voice as human beings, no one can ever take that voice away. And I'm not just talking about the voice when uttered sound, but the voice that is inside of us. That voice that speaks inside of us to speak to our Creator. Identify what voice is it and learn to utter the sound and the greatness of God in your prayer. I pray and I hope these tips help anyone. And through my story of the women, I shared about my daughter and my mom, and also Maya Angelou, whom I have learned to admire her work so much through my time. Who is that woman that have impacted you? Who's that woman who have changed your world? And how, as a woman, do you want to change the world? Because the world needs your voice, your participation, your contribution before you leave this world. I'm glad you decided to stick around with me. I'm about to go lay down my little one. He have hang out with me for quite a while. He started with a fussiness. I told you it was nap time, and he wanted to hang out with mama. So here we are. Already, anything else is going on? Go over to www.godimprint.com and learn about all that we are doing in this time. Don't miss out. It's a simple click. www.godimprint.com, where we teach, inspire, and encourage women and families to seek God and pray. Hope to talk to you soon. Bye bye, y'all. Gotta go lay down my little baby. Bye for now.